Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. All right, so we are going to do a quick diagnosis and fix with this issue. Basically, this issue is a little bit different than a crank no start issue in that your car will crank up and it will run and then it'll stall out or it'll die out immediately. It'll shut off immediately. It won't stay on. It'll idle. The idle might fluctuate before it stalls out. It might have a misfire. All those things, but basically, it's gonna be essentially a crank, a start, and then dies out. All right, and it just turns itself off, and you'll try it again. It'll do the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, you guys have this issue. All right, what you guys want to look for with this issue, and this is not particular to any specific car, any specific manufacturer of cars. This is specifically to this is specifically to all cars. All right, what you want to check in this situation, and this situation occurs particularly on older vehicles. All right, I'm going to tell you why it occurs on older vehicles, because a lot of times what happens is, now basically there's a lot of things that could cause the situation. Could be the crankshaft precision sensor, etc., etc. If you guys do get a code in, a lot of times you guys will get a check engine light or a code, and if you guys do get that, definitely plug in OBD2 just to make sure specifically what the code is for, because a lot of times it'll tell you what the code is for, and that part is probably causing the issue. But in a lot of these instances that occur, either it's an older car, or if you've worked on, or if you had work done on the car recently, maybe like the day before, or maybe after you got done working on the car, and then you turn on and you got this issue, particularly if you have to take off any kind of vacuum tubes, is particularly if you have to take off the intake, the intake, air intake. Particularly if you, had to, if you accidentally had broken one of these vacuum tubes, okay? Because here's the thing, a lot of these situations essentially has to do with the mass airflow sensor. It's one of the things that could actually cause your car to crank and not start up, or it could cause your car to crank and start up and then die out, or crank and start and run rough and die out. Essentially, the mass airflow sensor essentially gives information to your car's computer to make sure that the air-fuel ratio is exactly what is needed for the combustion of your engine, and if that's off in any way, that could cause that problem. So you definitely either A, want to make sure that the mass airflow sensor is the issue, or B, you want to just look around the engine bay just to make sure that there are no vacuum tubes that are disconnected. A lot of times if you're working on your car, and you're taking vacuum hoses off, etc., etc., a lot of times people either forget to put a specific vacuum tube, because there's a lot of vacuum tubes under the hood, okay, and a lot of people will forget every now and then to put that one vacuum tube, and that one vacuum tube could cause that issue. Or if you guys broke, the vacuum tube has a leak, and like I said, in older cars, these vacuum tubes, the plastic intake, a lot of times what happens is there's going to be a rip somewhere. You're a little bit too I wouldn't say rough. Sometimes you wouldn't even have to be rough. Sometimes they're just very, it's just very, they're not easily, you're not able to take it apart because it's brittle, it's dry, etc., etc. And you tug on it a little bit, push on it a little bit, pull on it a little bit. It doesn't really take that much for these vacuum tubes, these hoses, the air intake, all these plastic and rubber tubes to actually break because of how brittle it is, how old it is, and the amount of heat that it's been under for the age of the vehicle. Or it could be a mass airflow sensor that's broken. That could be the case. But in any in instances like this, what you guys want to do is you guys want to just look around that whole engine compartment, make sure that the vacuum tubes are all connected, make sure that there are no leaks in the vacuum tube, and if that's the case, you want to make sure that the mass airflow sensor is working the way it's supposed to work. And a lot of times, if you guys have an OBD2 scanner, a lot of times this particular issue will cause a check engine light. And if you guys have an OBD2 scanner, you'll definitely be able to figure out real quick what causes that issue, particularly if you didn't have this light or the code for this check engine light before. But I hope this has helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave a question in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up. And if you guys have any of your own personal experiences with this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. It might help somebody else out. All right, guys, take care.